that's the most embarrassing moment of my life, and so I'm just going to run away into the woods and hope nobody else saw what just happened. Hello friends, we are back playing Fields of Mistria today, and I told you in the last episode that I was going to play a little off camera because it was getting a little bit repetitive, a bit grindy. Also, we got to the next town rank, Copper. I called it, I said it was going to be Copper, it was Copper. Because we reached that milestone, we got a letter. Congratulations, Mistria has reached the Copper Star town rank. This means we've officially earned back our pre-earthquake rank. I believe I speak for the whole town when I say, thank you, Kai. Eland and I baked you something to celebrate, which I sold because I need as much money as possible, and I don't know why, I'm just not earning a lot of money in this game. I feel like it's crops. I haven't really been doing what I need to do with the crops. But first things first, we had the general store quest to do. So I went to the mines. I ended up getting to level 20, which is what I thought was going to be like, now we're going to get into iron. But instead, a faint whisper breaks the silence. We have this kind of cutscene. Hero, the water seal. It's feeling very Zelda, and there's this stone tablet in front of us. The tablet has an unknown language inscribed upon it. Eland might be able to translate the text if you take a rubbing of the tablet to him. So we can't go anywhere from here. So obviously I took to the manor, told Eland what was going on. You found the hidden chamber in the depths of the mines, filled with unknown artifacts, including a stone seal and a tablet with an unknown language on it, which you want my help translating. This feels like active listening. Incredible. Let's get this to my office. Can you guess who it's going to be? Honestly, I didn't guess. I wouldn't have been able to guess who it was that was going to help us with this. I probably should have known. To think this has been below Mistria this whole time. Hate to admit it, but this translation is a bit beyond me. This is written in a language called Witch Speak. I'm so on board with this. There are lots of legends surrounding it. Most spectacularly, the claims how humans and dragons originally communicated with each other. Today we have an incomplete knowledge of it. Much of our understanding comes from unreliable secondary sources, such as... But lately I've begun to suspect there might be someone in town who knows a lot more than I do. Let's go and ask Juniper. Honestly, I don't know if this is like a... If I'd said Bala might know, would we have gone down a different path? Is this a choose your own adventure? Or would he have said, no, it's Juniper? I don't know. But we're going to go to Juniper. We're going to go to the bathhouse, which we're going to get into the bathhouse later because with these 12-minute days, I don't really see the point of the bathhouse. But again, we'll get to the issues with the bathhouse later. But we're going to see Juniper, and she is going to be able to help us translate. I can just tell by the looks on your faces you're here to discuss something interesting. Is it Doozy the dog or Dozy? I'm going to say Doozy. If it's not interesting to me, you'll find my help to be very expensive. I have a feeling she's going to be enjoying this particular quest. Perceptive as always, Juniper. Our friend Kai found a Witch Speak tablet deep in the mines. What? Said Juniper. Well, that is to say, I suppose you could take a look. We're grateful for your assistance. Let me fill you in on the details. And then we get to see more of her. Look, this is such a fabulous house she lives in. How did I not guess she was going to be the Witch Speak person? That's also what makes me wonder whether or not, have any of you picked Bala and gone down a different path? I'd love to know. But it also seems kind of like she's working on a computer, and that feels like the antithesis of witchcraft. Oh, she has one request in return. If you find any more of these tablets, Kai, you bring these rubbings directly to me. Also, I said yes, but if I'd said no, like, are we thinking that Juniper is perhaps a bad guy? Could there be nefarious reasons for why she wants me to come to her first? We wish to remove this seal, gather proof of your desire to unite these lands again. Place in the dragon's hold 4 offerings. From the earth's good graces, a ruby, a fish of the stone, a moth who gathers near a flame, and a brown mushroom of the mines. I think I happened to have all of these things on my person, not on my person, in my chests. The only one I'm familiar with is the ruby, which I believe you can find in the mines. Listen, Elin, I'm on it. Don't worry about it. You can count on me. What an incredible mystery. Good luck, Kai. We'll be waiting to hear an update with bated breath. Honestly, at this point, I wasn't sure where the story was going to take me, but I was pretty confident I had the things that I needed. It actually turned out that I had everything but the stone loach, so it took me a few days to get that in the mines. Fishing in the mines, not my favourite. There's not a lot of fish. But when we finally got through, everything's kind of perched on these little weird creature hands. And then we see a priestess. How Zelda is this? Thank you. I am a priestess of some kind. Dragon? Priestess. Meet below. Which seems like we're going to see her again. Further into the mines. Also, you get this heart and it's like, oh, I'm getting the feeling I should eat this heart. Which I immediately forgot. Obviously. I have a yearning to eat it. And in hindsight, you could just hold on to this and eat it at some point, I think. Do you know what? I'm going to pay attention this time when I'm watching this as a playthrough because, like, should I have eaten it straight away? I don't know. But I did a little bit of mining. I didn't initially realise that these corals you can get by swiping your sword at them. So I was kind of ignoring them for the time being, but they are also resources that you can get. And then I got this really annoying guy that was trying to get me from over there, and I was trying to, like, bat the things back at him that he was shooting at me. I mean, again, I said this in the previous episode, but I'm not very good at combat. And I think I'm going to need to spend some time and money getting some, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, some better weapons, first of all, but also some armor. See, sometimes I manage to hit him, but yeah. It's not my forte, combat. Just as I was going to die, I remembered I had the heart and ate it. And yes, it does increase my heart bar. So I think I thought that's what it was going to do, but I didn't think it would give me my heart. You know what I mean? It would give me health. Of course it would. Of course it would. So I suppose I used it at the right time. Whatever. Managed to get across this little thing. Figured out that I could just hop over. And I did get a little further down in the mines. But once again, of course, I did die. I think I might have a slight crush on Valen. I think that's it. I just love the clinic so much. I woke up to his visit from Calderus, which makes sense. Approach Kai. We must speak. And then we went over to the Calderus statue, obviously. It makes sense. He wants to speak to me because he's clearly got something to do with the mines. That makes sense. The water seal has been broken. A portion of my power has been returned. You have done well. Thanks. Thanks, Calderus. Appreciate it. I will grant you Summon Rain. You will be able to access this spell from your journal. It can be used to summon a brief rainstorm on your farm. Use it wisely. I have not yet used this, full disclosure. I'm already in autumn, and I forgot this even happened. Forgot about this conversation immediately until I came to record this now. So I'm glad I'm doing this because I forgot about it. Thanks, Calderus. Thanks. I'm going to need to keep that notebook that I mentioned. Some memories are returning. What kind of memories? Memories you want to share? No. Didn't think it would be memories you wanted to share. Ooh, there are 5 seals in total. The earthquake must have damaged them, so it must be like every 20 levels. The resulting flow of magic allowed me to awaken you. Repaired my shrine. But who closed off the seals in the first place, or why? I cannot recall. Kai, you must reopen the other seals. I will do all I can to aid you along the way. Do you know what? It's like, the more I play, it's Zelda meets Stardew meets Pokemon. It's that perfect hybrid baby. So I recognise the mines might be a little bit difficult for me for now. And I thought, I wonder if they sell iron at the blacksmith. And guess what? They do. So what I did was I just bought loads of iron. It's not the cheapest way to do this, but I bought loads of iron and made the iron ingots that I needed to do the upgrades on the shop. And then all I needed was cash, so I did lots of foraging, obviously, sold lots of things. It took me a minute, but I got my 3,000... I don't know. I always want to say Tesseract. Tessa something. My 3,000 gold coins of currency in this game. And upgraded the shop. Job 1 I thought was going to be the bag upgrade. But look how many more things they've got. And I really need to focus on crops and making money. I need to, take some money to make money. But I will show you that the bag upgrade is here with the first upgrade of the shop, and it is 2,000 gold to something. 2,000 T is what it is. I also realised I never go to Bella's car, and he occasionally sells things like iron ingots that would be a lot cheaper to buy from him than they would be to buy the individual materials to buy them. They cost like 700 gold to buy the ore to make the ingots, and they cost like 300 gold from Bella. So I bought all the silver ingots that I could afford to buy from him, and I'm gonna go on a more regular basis to make sure that I'm buying the things, because it just makes sense. For the stuff that's a little bit more difficult to find, and for the silver, like right now I haven't got access to those levels of the mines, so it's just smart, right? You'll be glad to know I got a lot better at fishing, and maybe that's why Tarithia and Adeline felt so comfortable coming to me for help with the beach bridge, which honestly I didn't even know it was a broken bridge until we got to this point. I kept trying to jump off the ledge because I was like, clearly there's something to jump onto, and now I know it was a broken bridge. You picked the perfect spot to build a house, Tarithia. Funny thing though, it's even nicer on that little island to the west of here. Ahaha, I think I see where we're going with this. You see what I mean? They look like stepping stones. I remember, before the earthquake destroyed the bridge, it was a great spot. I sometimes take my boat past there, still has all those things. So I thought, why not share it again with the rest of the town? Great question. I actually need to prioritise this because there must be tons of resources over there. And so of course they were, could you possibly maybe help? Yes. 300 wood, 150 stone, 50 fibre, and of course, so much gold. I feel like I can probably knock that out pretty quickly. I, again, had just kind of forgotten about the quest until I came to edit this. The next morning I had a visit from Elsie, and I now recognise I've made a relatively fatal error in my first year. It's a Mistrian tradition that the villagers gather around town with friends and family every year to watch the meteor shower. Better yet, viewing them with a romantic partner on the summit makes an ideal date. It's said that with doing so will link your destiny. Right, so I'm like, yeah, cool. I want to invite someone special, 100%. But who am I going to invite? I have no idea. Wonderful. I thought you might say yes. I did say yes. I want to invite someone. To invite someone you're interested in, give them a star brooch, per tradition. So I'm thinking, does anyone know me well enough for me to invite them? I haven't really made any effort with relationships, but I would quite like to hook up with the farmer next door. Any chance at all? Because that was happening at night, I wanted to make sure I was using my day correctly. And so I did my first bit of cooking. I made loads of coconut milk because I know that selling these things, having been made into something rather than raw coconuts, will make me more money. And I want to make as much money as possible before the new season so I can buy loads of seeds for my crops. So here is me spending pretty much all of my day cooking coconut milk, which seems not correct, but whatever. I then went over to Sweetwater Farm to go and see my love Hayden, my betrothed, who has no idea because this is like a secret love. He wasn't there, so I looked on the map. Obs, where is he? He's kind of town square adjacent, so I decided to pop on over to town where everyone seems to be in the town square. I then realised why, because they're all setting up to see the stars. Look how cute this is. Look how Errol's on his little blanket. All of the little star decks. Everyone's getting into their positions. And then I see my beautiful Hayden coming down the stairs. Summer's the season. Oh, he's just like, oh, this is my guy. So I go over. I'm like, listen, I've got something for you. Is this the star brooch? I believe they're used for inviting someone who you're close to. That's the most embarrassing moment of my life, and so I'm just going to run away into the woods and hope nobody else saw what just happened. Anyway, at least I've got my animals to keep me warm, and it's autumn now, so it's a new season. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. Draw a line. Let's learn how to get rid of crops. There it is. I'm going to plant an amazing garden. I'm going to make so much money, and Hayden is not even going to believe. Like, I'm going to be the one that got away.